or growth, whichever you want to call it, which is the loaves of or the bread. Commerce, which is the coin, which allows you to research faster and also gives you money. And there isn't a research plot, so we don't need to get into that. But yeah, since we are only one, okay, there is a population. I didn't know that. But since we only have one, this tile to work, or since we're only size 1, that's what I meant to say, sorry guys, we can only work one tile. That's it. We cannot work anything else. So, yeah, once we go to size 2, it'll automatically work one of these different tiles, like the computer will just do it on its own. But, I'll probably switch it around, because I'll either want a well, actually, really, there's no difference. We'll have a production focus or nothing. Alright, so, let's continue on. Setting him down. It appears that we're on the coastline. Ooh, mountains. Mountains are impassable terrain, by the way. Go down. Ah, it's an interesting world we have set up. Very foresty, but that's always how I like to do it. I always set it to temperate. Okay, now what just happened? Our borders expanded. There is something in this game called culture. In this game, you have a border, and since we're the Mayans. Sorry, I forgot for a second. I don't play as the Mayans much. At all, actually. Our border is represented by this light blue teal line. Wow, we have a ridiculous starting area. Anyway. Our culture is represented by these teal lines, and our border just expanded. What that ended up doing was, down here you can see we're gaining +2 culture per turn from buildings or whatever difficulty. So, and we need to get to a total of 100 before our borders can expand. Now it's going to be 45 turns because we're only gaining 2 per turn. However, you can build different buildings to be able to do that. Culture makes your people happier, typically. It also makes your borders expand more, so you cover more territory. Because now you see, we can work all of these tiles. Like, now all of these tiles are open to us, and if I wanted to, I could just work all these different tiles. Wait a second. That actually works. I'm going to set it to there. Okay. Now, the reason I'm saying that works is because here, we'd go in 3 turns, but the warrior takes 10 turns. Whereas here, the warrior takes 5 turns, and we're only set back 1 turn of growing. So I think that's totally worth it. Alright, now let's continue exploring the coastline. Coastline is very valuable because, as you can see here, there's a lot of commerce here, like represented by the coins, so it's always very helpful. And sometimes you'll find fish, or other separate things. Oh!
You feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish, and you feed him for a lifetime.
And yeah, you know that's right. That's Leonard Nimoy. That's Spock, man. That's freaking awesome. I love the voice actor in this game. He's awesome. But yeah, that's the best outcome that you can possibly get when you're going into a village hut, or what's called a goodie hut. Getting a new technology. It's not one that's necessarily going to help us a lot right now, but it's still free technology that we won't have to put time into researching, you know? Where is it? What I did is I showed what all the different resources are, just because, like, things like this, it's hard for me to tell. Okay, that's silk. I thought at first it was like sugar or whatever. But I think sugar's more wispy.
Oh, farmers, pray that your summers be wet and your winters clear.
Sorry, I skipped over that. I'm used to doing that. Okay. Congratulations, you have changed your first melee unit, the Warrior, in Utah. These units form the backbone of your earliest armies. Okay, now you can see we have several different things we can do. We can build a monument, which increases culture. Not by much, but it's good enough. We can build another warrior. We can build Stonehenge, which I'll get into later. We can build a barracks, which allows our military units to gain +3 experience points. Once we get into experience, you'll find out why that's significant. Or we can build another settler. I'm going to train a worker. Alright, we're just going to have our worker fortify, our warrior fortify, so that he's defending our city. Uh-oh, Sitting Bull, the Native American Empire. This is his attitude toward us, by the way. He's cautious. The great Native American people welcome you, Bryson. Would it be politically correct to offer you a peace pipe? It would be. Alright, let's do this. We have discovered our first enemy civ. Oh, and he's right here. A little close for comfort, but, you know, whatever. Okay, things seem to be going smoothly for someone who's playing on Prince for the first time ever. Sorry, I just want to let the music play. Now, Buddhism has been founded in a distant land. In this game, there are religions. All the major religions of the world. There may be a few left out, I'm sorry, whatever. Yeah, so Buddhism is a very early religion. So it's usually researched first. Hinduism is next, so it'll probably be researched next. This percent here is how much of the world that it, how do I say this? The 9% means that 9% of the world is Buddhist. Whereas none of these have been founded yet, so they're 0%. I usually go for Christianity just because, I don't know, it seems like the best thing to do, and that's what I am, so, you know, seems a little blasphemous to go for it. However, my first game of Civ 4, I believe I went for Confucianism. Confucianism? How do you say that? Confucianism. I'm sorry, I can't say that. First thing of fish here. Fish can be worked, by the way. What that means is you can build what's called a workboat, and it can go out and fish the fish, duh. And it actually makes the tile more valuable because it gives it more food. Okay, what do I want to build next in the city? I think I'm going to go with a barracks because I want to train another warrior. Ah, crud, we don't have roads. Hinduism has been founded in a distant land. And what it means by in a distant land means that it means that we do not know the civilization that founded it.
Blessed shall be the fruit of thy cattle, the increase of thy kind, and the flocks of thy sheep.
And you'll find that several Bible verses are what they use there, or what they use for the quotes. Let's go with the wheel, so we can get a road connected up. I have a brilliant starting location. Horse. And that got sounded like rock falling for horses, but wow, we have a brilliant starting area. I may be totally wrong. A bunch of people are like, you have a stupid starting area, big noob. Whatever, I think we have a good starting area, and I'm going to use it to the best of my ability, so shut up. Alright. Let's go to the horses. We don't have roads, but we can still connect them. Ooh. A lion, it's, that red flag. That black flag indicates that, it's a barbarian. It has no nationality. It's not anything. It's just a barbarian. It's wild. Like, there will be warriors who do that. There will be settlements for barbarians, stuff like that. But yeah, oh my gosh, more gold.
Put your shoulder to the wheel.
Never actually had to research the wheel before, because I'm used to playing as Russia. Okay, where do you want to research next? I don't really think sailing is going to be a huge thing at the moment. We researched pottery. I don't think it's worth it. Let's go for hunting. We could use a scout. Sorry, I adjusted my mic a little bit there. Actually, you know what? I'm putting it back. It was just falling off my ear. Alright, we're gonna build a road. Wow. Utah is going fast. Okay, now I need to talk to you about a different overlay. Or different thing of statistics. Up here, you have health, unhealthiness, and happiness and unhappiness. Now, unhealthiness makes your cities grow slower, and is caused by basic population. You can see we started out with 12 just from 2 from difficulty level, 2 from our civ, 6 from the 6 from the forest, and 2 from the freshwater. Cool. Whereas, then we're only at 4 in healthiness, so we can expand a lot or we can grow a lot before we reach the healthiness cap. Whereas with happiness, we only have 5 and we're at 4, and that's basically caused by it's too crowded. There's too many people here, which is stupid. By the way, they say that no matter what size you are, so you just gotta live with it. Yeah, so we can only grow 1 more, and then what you can do, you can either let it grow until your people are super unhappy, or you can hit the turn on avoid growth, which basically means that you saw that it didn't like stop growing here, but it'll get to the end and it just won't grow. The city will just not grow, and it's super helpful. Alright. Horses. I'm glad we built that warrior first. Look at all the barbarian lions we have around here. If you chase 2 rabbits, you will lose them both. You can tell I've played this game a little bit. Where do you want to go next? You know what? Let's go to bronze working. It's an expensive tech, but it allows us to chop down forests, which is going to be a huge thing for us. Okay, our forces were under attack, so but we held it off. You know what?
Stood.
Whoa, that was cool. That reminds me, I should turn on quick combat. Or I should turn off quick combat. I used it earlier because just the game seems to be lagging a little bit, like it's having trouble with it. So, just like with combat and everything, it seems to be just glitching out. And if it does it in this game, you'll see. It's actually really, really bad. Okay, but we held it off, so that's good. Okay, we have cows now, so okay. Turn on avoid growth. You can see the tiles are all working here. Like we have the horses working, so it's giving us more production. We have this tile working, so we have more research and commerce. We have we have the hill working. That's going to be huge. We have the bread. Actually, we don't have the bread. Actually, okay. So I am building Stonehenge. Stonehenge is what is called a wonder in this game. Now, a wonder is something that, in this game at least, provides you with a huge amount of culture and adds to your total score, which is over here in the bottom right. Or sort of bottom right. Where's Altar? Yeah. I'll get into what I just said in a minute. And there are different types of wonders, like Stonehenge focuses the world, it shows you the world in relation to yourself. You'll see on the mini-map down here if we complete it, which I think we will. We're actually producing pretty darn quickly. Okay, here's combat. Okay, there we go, we're fine. You only had a 78.9% chance. Okay, now, we have 3 out of 2 experience. You gain a certain amount of experience for winning a fight. Now, you can choose several options, like promote unit to combat 1, plus 10% strength in battle. Very generic, lasts all the time. Or you can give him plus 20% jungle defense and forest defense. I like it, especially in this, but since he's a warrior, not a scout, I think I'm just going to go... Well, actually, we can do the city attack, which means that if you're attacking a city, you get plus 20%. I think we're just going to go with strength for now. We're going to have him heal. Let's skip the turn.
It is entirely seemly for a young man killed in battle to lie mangled by the bronze spear. In his death, all things appear fair.
I'm not going to adopt slavery. Even though I know that you can whip population to make sure that the things that you're building in cities finish faster, I'm not going to do it. Okay, nah, don't farm. We don't need you to farm the stone. Okay, we just completed Stonehenge. Now if you... Hold on. I love these animations. This happens for every wonder, by the way. Isn't that just awesome?